He didn't seem very happy over there. What are your thoughts on that practice, or what kind of you didn't like?
Winning for us is going to come down to three things: discipline, respect, and having a spirit and an attitude of winning. And I see a team right now that's in the middle of camp that's just like it's not tethered yet to like an identity and approach. I think we were really strong to start, and I think we're just hitting that wall that's creating stress, and you're starting to see emotions bubble over. And again, I don't trust it right now, and I want to grow to trust it. And what that means to me is that when I watch us practice, I see discipline, respect, and spirit every time we play. And so when I don't see that, my job is to communicate to the players exactly what it is that I'm seeing. And, it's time for us to grow up. And I think the middle of fall camp's a great time to grow up. But they don't know unless I tell them, and my job is to be honest with them, so that's what that was about. I think that's not to say that it was a bad practice. And, again, when you're talking about 120 people, you're going to have flashes of some brilliance out there. But I think we all know that this is the best team we've had. And I want to see this team rally around the calls and play for each other.
Didn't see Colby Taylor today. Is there anything going on there?
No, he's fine. He's fine. This was a normal thing for him, and he'll be back at it tomorrow, and he's all good.
Is Tyler Fortenberry transferring?
I haven't met with Tyler yet. He wasn't out here today, so I'll have more information after I meet with Tyler, but I'm not fully aware of his situation at this point.
Saw a few more guys than last week kind of sitting to the side. Is there anything serious with anybody?
Well, CJ, obviously Williams out of the scrimmage, suffered a fracture, so he'll be out, and had surgery yesterday. So we wish him well in recovery. And the rest of it is just, some soft tissue, which, we've done a better job with. And just normal nicks and bruises. I mean, I think hopefully we're targeting next week to see if Grayson can get back out and move around. That's been a little more extended. That's a back. He just needs some time. Gunner is going to be fine, but he's had ankle issues and had surgery on his ankle, so we're being careful with that. So I think this time of camp, it's normal to have a few more people over there, and I'm not overly concerned about it.
Do you think Darian Wiley will be able to play in the scrimmage this weekend?
I don't know. He hasn't been able to practice, so I would say probably not. He's got to work his way back, and until he's ready to really push that hamstring in practice, we're not going to expose him in the game. But I think our young receivers have done a really good job. I mean, I'm excited about what they've brought, and they're getting more and more opportunities to prove themselves. Boski Barrett was able to do a little more today, which was good to see. I mean, he's a guy that flashed through the summer, and so, when Darian gets back, we'll welcome him back. But as of right now, we're focused on getting those young guys ready to play and feel pretty good about where they are.
Where's the quarterback situation at right now?
We're going to push through this next scrimmage and evaluate. I mean, they're still sharing reps, and we're giving everybody a chance to go at it. But we're having conversations around it, off the field, and I think we'll have a little more clarity coming out of this scrimmage. It's still going to be something that we wait until we play, until we announce, but it's developing, and it's developing about at the rate I expected it to.
You had originally indicated that you maybe wanted to cut it down to 2 quarterbacks after the first scrimmage. Did that change at all?
That hasn't changed. I think I think we talk about 2 different things here. You're talking about eliminating competition or making the competition to 2 people. That's one conversation. The other conversation is just being strategic about how you're sharing reps. And so we've pinpointed a couple of guys that we want to really see where they are and how they can help. But when you're talking about the quarterback position, you are talking about building a depth chart. And so we haven't had one quarterback make it through the year since I've been here. Now hopefully we're doing a better job up front, and we're doing things that can allow for that, but it's not just going to be about one person. And so we have a bunch in that room, Obviously, the younger players have seen repetitions cut, especially as we've gone to one spot work. But with the guys that are in competition, it's not just fighting for that starting spot, it's fighting for 1, 2, and 3, because, we believe that all 3 quarterbacks are going to factor in at some point this year.
You mentioned the team has to grow up a little bit. Is part of that like waiting for more leaders to emerge, or do you feel good about the leadership right now?
No, certainly. I think when you talk about a team growing up, you're talking about a player level leadership, and I do feel like we are further along with that than we've been. But that doesn't mean we're where we need to be. And so, anytime, this is new territory for us. We have, the 53 new players, and so you're getting them acclimated. Some of those guys are going to end up being your better leaders. Some of those guys need to learn more about your environment, your culture, and it's important, obviously, for coaches to message that. But we have to have returning players who have a strong voice to pull them in. And so, I think right now, what we're experiencing is just, again, the middle of camp. There's CJ right there. What's up, CJ? Good to see you, buddy. We're experiencing just the formation of our team, and so inevitably, I don't know that you ever go through a fall camp where you don't have moments where, we have to go a little further with respect to identity. We have to pull leaders up. That's where we are, out of this little discomfort and out of this, adversity. That's the environment where the leadership emerges. So I'm excited for that to happen. It doesn't mean that it's a lot of fun for me right now. I want these guys to be set and in motion, but I'd rather be dealing with this right now than middle of the season. So
Gage Pitchford mentioned, I want to say like a week or two ago, having the strong and quick linemen instead of left and right. That's obviously not common. Could you take me through the thought process of what that can help with or do for you guys?
Well, you have the ability to slot positions with certain specific skill sets to do certain specific jobs. And so if you think about it, there are certain runs where a quick guard, may be asked to do one technique, a strong guard another, or a strong guard is anchored with the tight end more, and so the combinations are a little different. And when you're dealing with young players and developmental players, it's about trying to optimize repetition. And so I've been a part of this at times in the past where you flip the lines. It's a matter of, again, getting as many reps as you can, doing the skill that you're going to need to do in the game, and it eliminates some of the, it would be like, we play a field corner and a boundary corner. There are times where we have to play both, tempo, but the boundary corner has certain skills, the field corner has certain skills. There's ways to protect those guys, there's ways to enhance their performance, and it's just a different approach to try to create the best possible combination of people.
Was that Tim Beck wanted that, or is it just that Coach K traditionally has done that, and when you hired him, it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do? Yeah,
I think it's all collaborative. I don't think that they played that way at New Mexico State. So again, just to honor the question, I don't know that Tim came in with that in mind, but it's a belief that Coach Klanakis has, and it's also, I think, looking at our people and saying, how do we best position these guys to be successful? So it's identifying skill sets and saying, hey, this is our best chance to get the 5 best to play cohesive football. And Klanakis has had decades of incredible experience, so what an asset for us to have, and it's something that he's really comfortable doing. So
are you still looking into adding players before the season?
No, we're locked and loaded at this point. I think that's a challenging thing to do, and for us, we're unless it's some kind of fullback walk-on situation, maybe a local kid, but no, we're locked and loaded and ready to roll.